Don't miss incredible deals during the President's Day event, only at Living Spaces.
Living Spaces.
Hello, I'm Adrian Hernandez with MyHomeSold.com, and we want to buy your house cash. We'll give you a cash offer for your house today. We buy houses as is. It can be move-in ready or a complete fixer. MyHomeSold.com makes selling your house easier than ever. When you sell to MyHomeSold.com, you'll save money with no commissions, no fees, no banks, no repairs. Just go to MyHomeSold.com for a free, no obligation, as-is cash offer. That's MyHomeSold.com.
A car accident can shatter your world. But at Jacoby & Myers, we want to help you get back to where you were before. Advocating for you, taking on insurance companies, hospital bills, medical care, whatever you need to get back to the life you love. Jacoby & Myers has championed the hardworking people of California for over 50 years and won more than $2 billion in settlements. Jacoby & Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
Del Taco's new Chipotle Chicken Burrito and Bean Rice and Cheese Burrito, packed with flavor and fresh ingredients on Del's Real Deals menu. Wait, what? These burritos on a value menu with everything under $3? Look at Del Taco hooking us up.
Today in LA, weekday mornings, 4 to 7 a.m.
Right now on Access Hollywood, rare insight straight from Kendrick Lamar as he gears up for his Super Bowl halftime performance. Then a very patient Travis faces Taylor proposal questions, and it's Haley Steinfeld's first words on her engagement to quarterback Josh Allen. Plus, it's newcomer Kelsey Ballerini and OG Adam Levine as The Voice returns, while Billie Eilish received a huge shout out from Meghan Markle, and with Harry Met Sally's Super Bowl return, the outrageous truth behind one of the most famous movie scenes of all time. From Universal Studios Hollywood, Access Hollywood starts right now. Welcome to the weekend edition of Access Hollywood. I'm Zuri Hall. And this very Sunday, February 9th, Kendrick Lamar will take the stage at the Caesars Superdome for the Super Bowl halftime show. And at a pregame press conference, Kendrick revealed that this amazing honor was never on his radar. Scott Evans has the story.
Did you ever think we'd be at the Super Bowl with this?
I wasn't thinking about no Super Bowl.
You never thought about the Super Bowl with this?
I wasn't thinking about no Super Bowl for sure.
Kendrick is making history, sharing how he feels about being the first solo hip-hop artist ever to headline the Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show.
Made me think about, like, the grind of it. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't see, like, the story before the glory.
Kendrick's rise to fame has taken over 2 decades, and many aren't aware his influence has gone far beyond the rap community, earning him the Pulitzer Prize for Music in 2018.
It's an honor, you know. Been writing my whole life, so to get this type of recognition, it's beautiful.
Not like us, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick has also won 22 Grammys, 5 of those last Sunday, including the coveted Song of the Year for Not Like Us and Record of the Year.
This is what it's about, man, because at the end of the day, nothing more powerful than rap music. I don't care what it is.
And when Kendrick takes the stage Sunday, he'll be joined by R&B star and 5-time Grammy winner SZA.
We haven't even had a chance to crash out about it because everything been moving fast, like far as production and rehearsals and stuff, so we speak, but it's not. We haven't really got a chance to settle into the moment. I'm just honored to be next to a talent.
And Kendrick and SZA are going to crush during the Super Bowl 59 Apple Music halftime show on Fox. Okay, retirement, engagement, favorite breakfast food. It is Travis Kelce's wild press conference questions. Football should have been the main topic, but instead, Travis got grilled on his relationship with Taylor Swift. Mario Lopez takes it from here.
The Super Bowl is almost here. You can now bet on some odd things, like if Travis Kelce will propose to Taylor Swift.
It's the question sweeping the nation from Fallon to the football field on Super Bowl 59 opening night.
Are the rumors true? Are you proposing to Taylor at halftime?
Travis was inundated with an avalanche of Taylor Swift questions.
Message to the Swifties, all day, baby. We're gonna hold on to that thing. Hopefully get it done for you guys. Who's not a Swiftie?
The Chief star had fun with the at times ridiculous line of questioning, even happily taking questions from a Nickelodeon reporter who came up close to him away from the swarm of press.
What is your favorite Taylor Swift album?
Torture Poets, of course. I might be a little biased, but...
Kelsey even fielded questions about his favorite dish from Taylor, who is known for her love of baking.
She is quite the cook. I would say... Man, I'm a breakfast guy, man. Her Pop-Tarts are unbelievable, man.
But things got a bit awkward when Travis was asked if he was going to propose, specifically if he was going to give anyone special a ring.
Anyone special? A Super Bowl ring? Yeah. Next question.
Despite politely sidestepping the question, he was asked to follow up on a potential proposal again.
Man, back to back, you guys are crazy.
And while Travis did not shut down the rumors, instead playing coy, he did seem to admit their love helped bring his team to the Super Bowl.
I think we're both, we love to manifest things for sure, and you can't say it's not real because we're here, right?
No matter what happens on Sunday, Travis has some cute competition. Alicia Keys' 10-year-old son, Genesis. His dad, Swizz Beatz, captured the two dancing Sunday night at the Grammys. It's good to see he patched things up with Taylor after what he told us last year about their relationship.
You're a Swiftie too, aren't you?
Kinda.
Not too much?
Oh, Taylor's
Yeah.
not your friend no more? Taylor's your friend.
No, she cheated on me.
He said she cheated on me with Travis?
Yeah.
Oh, young love. Okay, now to Travis's brother, Jason. This photo of him at his lookalike contest is making the rounds. It all went down at Super Bowl Central, New Orleans.
Jason Kelce has landed just in time for the Find Jason contest, where 10 lucky fans were called upon to find the real Jason in a sea of jacket and jean-clad lookalikes. And it wasn't easy nailing his trademark beard and bushy eyebrows. The winner won tickets to the game.
You can win.
I didn't?
No.
Oh, man.
Uncle Travis win.
That's Jason's adorable daughter in the 2023 documentary Kelce, following the Eagles' first Super Bowl loss to the Chiefs. And as they go head-to-head again on Sunday, Jason's wife Kylie is revealing that even though they are rabid Eagles fans, they will be helping their 3 kids support their Uncle Travis's Chiefs.
We have made moves to get the girls Go Uncle Trav shirts because they love their uncle, and of course they love cheering him on. And to be fair, they love cheering on the Birds too. But he is our family, and I want to make sure that the girls feel included.
And congratulations to Gisele Bündchen. TMZ reporting she just gave birth to her 3rd child, her first with boyfriend Joaquin Valente. Gisele shares 3 children with ex-Tom Brady, including a stepson. In 2018, she shared how motherhood had changed her.
I think my heart just became bigger in a way. I felt like my empathy and my compassion for not only my children, but for everything just grew so much bigger because I don't know, it just kind of made me so much more sensitive.
And next up, her Bills just missed the Super Bowl, but Haley Steinfeld still got a ring. Now she reveals more about her engagement to Bills QB Josh Allen. But first, coming July 2nd to theaters is the new Jurassic World Rebirth. No more Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. The new chapter of the franchise stars Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, and Mahershala Ali as a group who travel to the original Jurassic Park for research.
Move up towards Barbados, avoid government patrol, but there aren't that many anymore. Why's that? No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
This island was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
We need DNA from the 3 biggest dinosaurs. Do we have to get a sample from an egg? I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're a flying carnivore the size of an F-16.
Maybe we should make it quick.
These dinosaurs were too dangerous for the original park.
Please don't say they're raptors. They're raptors.
The worst of the worst were left here.
Come on! Duncan!
We put ourselves in a place we don't belong. survival is a long shot.
What the hell are those?
They're helping the Mosasaur defend territory, stalk, hunt.
None of what you just said is good.
The Thompsons' new front door looks sharp, right?
Did we need to wave her down to tell her that?
No.
No. For a young homeowner turning into their parents, the neighborhood is their life.
I wonder who's visiting the Burks. That's not their car. Hey guys, who's winning? Now, most of the neighborhood uses Progressive for their cars and house.
She didn't ask.
Oh.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Here he comes, like clockwork.
Pandora. Panera's packed with flavor bagel just got stacked with even more for just $7.99. Meet our new Asiago Bagel Stacks. Choose from the Chicken Roma with grilled chicken and green goddess dressing, the spicy steak or zesty Tuscan. Only $7.99 each and only at Panera for a limited time.
An alternative to pills, Voltaren is a clinically proven arthritis pain relief gel which penetrates deep to target the source of pain with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medicine directly at the source. Voltaren, the joy of movement.
Becoming you is your power. Idol Power, the new intense eau de parfum, Lancôme.
Choose your free gift from Lancôme at Macy's, the fragrance destination.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel MyBo. MyBo is the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. For relief, that's MyBo. Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. Ask your eye doctor about prescription MyBo.
Haley Steinfeld saying a big yes to Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen back in November. The two are notoriously private, but Kit Hoover got her to open up about their relationship. They were on different coasts, but that did not stop Haley and Kit from chatting about a cause very close to their hearts after they talked about that proposal.
Congrats on the engagement. The pictures were stunning. I know that Josh can't keep a secret, so how surprised were you?
I'm still recovering. He kept that one. He kept that one real close.
The city of Buffalo has fully embraced Haley as part of the Bills Mafia, even putting up a billboard congratulating the two on their engagement, saying, quote, "The Queen City has a new queen."
It's so overwhelming how the city of Buffalo has embraced me. I'm so grateful. That is the most incredible place. I love it so much, and the people in it are part of the main reason that it is so special.
Let's give breasts the attention they deserve most.
And though Haley won't be cheering Josh and the Bills on this Super Bowl, he'll be supporting Haley as she's starring in her first ever Super Bowl commercial. That's bringing attention to breast cancer awareness with the Your Attention Please campaign.
I feel very empowered and encouraged to spread this message and to open up that dialogue as I have with my family, and taking a test and get as many women in their life that they know to do the same.
It's 2025. This is Texas.
Issa Rae is another Super Bowl commercial first-timer, and we caught up with her on set as she was filming The Big Spot.
So we are behind the scenes of my Super Bowl ad with TurboTax. It's actually, you came on a crazy day because we're doing stunts. It's giving you crowds, it's giving you craziness, and I'm just really excited to be here.
And ahead of Kendrick's highly anticipated halftime performance, Issa shared her favorite Super Bowl halftime show of all time.
Beyonce, when she brought out Destiny's Child, for sure. And her alone was great, but like the group, it was just iconic.
Truly a memorable moment. All right, now to primetime star Melissa Roxburgh. She stars in the new NBC crime drama, The Hunting Party, and now Melissa tells us what we can expect.
The show is about serial killers who have escaped from this secret government prison called the Pit after some stuff has gone on in the Pit, and they've changed. They've evolved. They're hunting and killing in new ways. And so it's a race against the clock to stop them. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the job. I'm grateful for the people that are involved in the project, and it's been really fun.
You want me to profile a dead serial killer?
But before her new role as FBI profiler Special Agent Bex Henderson, Melissa was no stranger to law enforcement roles, playing Michaela Stone on the hit NBC series Manifest.
My big break, I think Manifest was probably the one that I'm really proud of.
It's it wasn't an accident. We're supposed to save the passengers together.
I think it's so great to be back with NBC, and it's nice to know that they trust me and they like working with me. I think this moment is just a continuation of you know, I apparently play a very good cop.
And after more than a decade in acting, Melissa says her passion began with a huge crush on Hayden Christensen.
I thought that him and Natalie Portman were so cute in Star Wars, but it's probably the wrong reason to get into acting. But yeah, I was like, I want to do that. And I saw, like, Star Wars was such a massive world, and I just thought it would be so cool to be a part of something like that. But yeah, mostly Hayden Christensen.
I'm not mad at the hustle, girl. And next up, our Super Bowl countdown continues with Katy Perry looking back at her own halftime show. We'll be right back.
You know your love keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. Let me tell you, your love keeps on lifting me higher and higher. You know your love, I said your love lifting me higher.
Pandora.
Sis, I'm turning into a mom.
The sweater vest.
No, my super soft skin. See?
Jergens Original Cherry Almond Lotion. Smooth. Mom will be so proud. You're like one big baby butt.
And try Shea plus Cocoa Butter Moisturizer. Jergens.
Panera's packed with flavor bagel just got stacked with even more for just $7.99. Meet our new Asiago Bagel Stacks. Choose from the Chicken Roma with grilled chicken and green goddess dressing, the spicy steak or zesty Tuscan. Only $7.99 each, and only at Panera for a limited time.
Patients who have sensitive teeth but also want whiter teeth, they have to make a choice, one versus the other. Sensodyne Clinical White provides 2 shades whiter teeth as well as providing 24/7 sensitivity protection. Patients are going to love to see Sensodyne on the shelf.
Good morning with Dulcolax. Good morning. Yeah. Try Dulcolax Chewy Fruit Bites for fast and gentle constipation relief in as little as 30 minutes. Making your good morning even better with Dulcolax.
Cream on the left, one more episode. Cream on the right, we crushed the whole series.
Yes! Oh, that was really good.
Oreo, stay playful. Are you 50 or older? Well, this news is for you. The CDC now recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Why? If you're 50 or older, even if you're healthy, you're 6 times more likely to be hospitalized. So schedule at vaxassist.com.
Shop Mathis Home during the Presidential Savings Event for big values on brand new arrivals. We have the largest selection of sofas with all the styles you love at unbeatable prices. Brighten up your living room with this neutral sofa from Ashley. It's an incredible value at just $4.99. Just one of over 100 great sofas in stock ready to enjoy tonight. Come see the style, selection, and value during the Presidential Savings Event at your furniture superstore, Mathis Home.
The NBC4 News at 6 with Colleen, Michael, and Melissa.
Don't be surprised, I will still. Katy Perry performing Rise at last week's FireAid benefit concert. But well before the fires, Katy and her fiance Orlando Bloom started the new year in Japan. And now in part 2 of Kit's exclusive interview, Katy tells her the backstory of that yoga video that went viral.
Can we discuss? Okay, I need to know.
We did yoga in Japan.
I need to know, how did all of this come about?
The yoga teacher was really nice. We went to Japan over New Year, and we, after that long of a flight, we're like, maybe we should stretch our old ass bodies. Because like these days, just getting up out of bed too quickly is so different at 40. You told us. You warned us.
Popular. You're gonna be popular.
I know you're good friends with Ariana Grande. What do you think about her and Wicked and everything she's got going
amazing.
on?
She deserves all of it.
Will you take
Both of
Daisy to go see it, or have y'all seen it?
She has seen most of it. I
Yeah.
took her to the theater like on opening week. She saw the rest of it at home. You know, the 4-year-old attention span, but she's incredible. I'm so happy for her.
The 10th anniversary of your Super Bowl halftime show. Still the most downloaded favorite memory. For me, it was you riding in on that tiger.
You know what was amazing that I'll never forget was just a random person with a headphone. I was a little nervous because actually behind the scenes a lot was going wrong technically, but I was like pacing in the bathroom, and so that made me a little nervous. And I'm like taking that big deep breath, and some random just looked at me straight in the eyes and was like, "You got this." And I was like, "I do got that." I think they were sent from God.
Yeah.
I think it was sent from the universe just as a little confirmation. And then I did my thing, and I ate a whole pepperoni pizza right afterwards.
Any advice for Kendrick?
Oh God, advice for Kendrick? No advice needed. I'm so excited for Kendrick. I think he is such an incredible truth teller for our generation, and he keeps it so real. And I think that's what it's gonna be. He's gonna tell the truth.
And you can see Katy perform during her The Lifetimes tour. Tickets are on sale now. Okay, well, Beyonce came into this past Sunday's Grammys with 11 nominations, the most for any artist this year, and she walked away with 3 wins, including Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter. I love every song on that album. And of course she did it in style, wearing a custom Schiaparelli gown with a subtle Western bandana pattern and matching gloves. And during the show, she put on a coat with feathers, which were a big trend. And to celebrate her style, we are looking back at Beyonce's Grammy fashion evolution through the years.
The Destiny's Child era was iconic.
Who are you wearing?
Versace.
Me too.
And while the girl group shined on the carpet in 2001, it was their backstage look that stood out for style expert Amanda Garrigus.
Tina Knowles. It really was a perfect example of their matching but not matching aesthetic. The designers wouldn't dress the girls. They were told that they were too curvy. So the result was that Tina Knowles made their clothes. And I also love that she told these designers that said no to these girls that one day they would be wanting to dress them. And sure enough, she was right. 2004 Grammys. This was the first time she was solo, and the dress that she chose I thought was perfect for the moment.
I thought it was really elegant, still young and classic.
So this next era, sort of the mid-2000s era, is when we start seeing Beyonce step out as the red carpet queen. I love this Elie Saab dress that she wore to the 2008 Grammys. For me, this era for her is characterized by stepping into wearing these designer dresses. In 2014, after she'd done this extraordinary performance with her husband of Drunk in Love, she changed into this Michael Costello dress. Now, this was the moment when we started to see what we would begin to see from Beyonce. The dress was revealing but elegant. That haircut, the bob, the red lip. A secret about this look is that Michael Costello did not know that she was going to wear it.
When I saw the opening of the show, I said, okay, well, I guess she didn't wear my dress, so it's fine. Then 15 seconds later, she was in the audience in the white, beautiful gown. So that's when I knew.
In 2017, Beyonce, pregnant with twins Rumi and Sir, showed off her baby bump in this Peter Dundas red sequined gown. Her performance look, also by Dundas, celebrated motherhood and even had her own face embroidered on it.
50 people worked on this dress over the course of a full week, and my goodness, did it pay off.
Beyonce continued to make a style statement at more recent Grammys as well, wowing in not 1 but 3 different looks in 2023 before entering her Cowboy Carter era last year.
In recent years, Beyonce's fashion really has reached the level of icon status. She no longer just steps out on a red carpet looking pretty, looking sexy, looking sophisticated, but instead she uses every opportunity to make a statement. Sometimes it's political, sometimes it's personal, but it always stands for something.
Bob's on the scene of breaking news.
We're right now in the middle of a firestorm.
From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
That was a crazy turn of events.
And every hour in between, NBC4's there.
This school bus now being towed away.
Breaking news in real time. Preparing you, informing you, diving deeper into the stories impacting you. NBC4, we're not just in the community. We're part of it. From the air to the ground, no matter the screen. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Trust NBC for you.
What'd you do?
I'm a thief.
You're admitted to a capital crime. Any judge would be forced
To hang me.
I want him to move out.
Is he violent?
I chose to do what I did. I don't regret it.
Destroyed. The loss of life is immeasurable. How will people recover all that their families have lost? We are Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. We've helped families just like yours in their time of need. If you've lost loved ones, your home, business, or property because of the Los Angeles wildfires, call us now. You may be entitled to significant compensation. Dial the number on your screen or visit CaliWildfireLawsuit.com.
It's your moment. It's another hand pay. Morongo's new high-limit room is awesome. Having a cheer with friends. Everybody having fun. It's a good day. You know this is your day. And you're the winner. Morongo. Good times.
Celebrate and save big at Jerome's President's Day event, going on now. Shop on-trend styles for every room of your home, like this Kingston sofa featuring Jerome's patented dream seating, now just $4.99. Or this Percy 4-piece bedroom set with queen storage bed, now just $9.99.
Plus, we give you the freedom to choose your savings.
Choose between 60 months, no interest financing, we'll pay the state sales tax, and now free expedited shipping.
So hurry in today for the Jerome's President's Day event, going on now.
We look a privileged and well-behaved lot. Unfortunately, it didn't quite turn out like that.
Kendrick Lamar giving us a small sample of what he can do on the Super Bowl halftime stage when he joined Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and 50 Cent back in 2022. We'll see what he does when he gets top billing, but last year it was all about Usher. And as we continue our Super Bowl countdown, we're looking back at his incredible show.
It was one of those out-of-body experiences. We're standing in the tunnel waiting for the performance to end when out walks Usher, fresh off of the most epic halftime performance ever. How'd that feel?
Great, man. It's a dream of mine since I was 9 years old to be able to be here on the stage today, man.
I think that you should.
The crowd went wild as the superstar hit the field, performing to a medley of his greatest hits, his Look Dolce & Gabbana glam.
Look, Ma, we made it.
Alicia Keys, stunning in red-hot sequin Dolce & Gabbana, was the first of Usher's on-stage guests, singing their iconic hit, My Boo.
Incredible. You did so good.
Her blew the crowd away with her electric guitar. It was a full circle moment, her posting this photo at 11, singing the national anthem at a 49er game.
When you came out with that guitar, I was like, oh my God. How did that feel?
Oh my God, it was crazy. Yeah, I couldn't believe I was on that stage. I was just like, oh my gosh, am I really here?
Wait, levitate.
Wait, I saw you on the Grammys red carpet. Exactly. Now you got me sweaty coming off the Super Bowl thing.
Usher didn't just sing, he also showed off his signature roller skating skills, skating between Will.i.am's legs.
Tell me right now, how do you celebrate this incredible accomplishment, this epic performance?
You go to the studio writing another song?
Right now.
Yeah. I got the studio in my hotel room.
Come on! So like you said, why open the show when you can close the show? I mean,
Las Vegas, turn down the watch! Lil Jon got the crowd going.
Thank you, Usher, for letting me be a part of this show.
Watch out, my outfit's ridiculous. Ludacris and Lil Jon helped Usher close the show with Yeah.
Luda nailed it.
Brother, good to see you, boy.
Come
Come on, man. It literally feels like you floating, man. They levitated. They levitated.
One of the best halftime shows ever. Well, Billie Eilish is a huge Wicked fan, so she was more than happy to interview Ariana Grande at a screening for the movie. It all came to be after Ariana requested Billie moderate the event.
Billie Eilish, thank you for doing that. It means so much to me, thank you. I love you so much. I love you so much. My team was like, who would be a cool person to do this? Who's your dream person? I was like, Billie, she's not gonna say yes. She's too busy, she's too fabulous, it's too much. But she said yes, and I was like, oh, now I'm so nervous.
The love was real between Ariana and Billie, and their mutual admiration for each other goes way back. Not only did Ariana, along with Cynthia Erivo, present Billie with her Oscar last year, but Billie also shared this hilarious confession about her longtime fandom of Ariana.
And I still use the my YouTube channel that I have all my music videos on and stuff, like the Billie Eilish YouTube channel. Has been my channel, my personal channel, since I was about 11, and I was just in the car telling my mom that you can find, there's old interviews of you from 2014. Oh God! And Billie Eilish comments I'm Team Ari, and I used to call you Ari to my brother, and he'd be like, don't call her Ari, you don't know her.
Of course, Billie now has many fans of her own too, including Meghan Markle, who took to Instagram to share her appreciation for the singer.
Huge thank you, Billie Eilish.
After Meghan and Harry visited Altadena following the devastating California wildfires, they met a 15-year-old girl who'd been looking in the rubble for her T-shirt from the Billie concert she'd just gone to, but sadly it was lost in the fire.
So I thought of everybody that I knew, and I made a voice note, and I was like, please, can someone get this voice note to Billie Eilish? Here's what I'm asking. Guys, I don't even know what all of this stuff means, but it's signed for her. This is going to mean so much to her.
Nice to meet all of you. My name's Catherine, and I'm going to come on your school trip today.
And in other royals news, Princess Kate joined a group of school children as they visited the National Portrait Gallery in London, tied to her initiative for kids. And the sweet moment proved Kate's always in mom mode.
It's so good to see her back in the spotlight. It's been almost a year since she announced her cancer diagnosis, and her 6-year-old son, Prince Louis, just took this pic of his mom that the royals posted in honor of World Cancer Day. I love that he's taken on the princess's love of photography. All right, now to Ke Huy Quan, who rose to fame playing Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom back in 1984. He's had a major resurgence in the past few years, and even an Oscar for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, the premiere of his latest movie, Love Hurts, has him coming back around.
It's surreal. In fact, it's a full circle moment, because 40 years ago, my very first time here was when we premiered Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And to have, Love Hurts premiere here tonight, it's amazing.
You stole from my brother. I got you out. Why did you come back?
Oh, it was a big night for Ke Huy Quan, joining his Love Hurts co-stars, including fellow Academy Award winner Ariana DeBose, telling us she joined the action romance comedy thanks to Ke's wife, Echo, planting the seed 2 years ago after Ariana presented Ke with his Oscar.
Months later, when we were having dinner, he was like, I think my wife manifested this. And I was like, well, I love that for me. And also, listen to your wife.
Earlier in the day, Ke was cemented in history at his hand and footprint at the TCL Former Man's Chinese Theater, which brought out some of his former Goonies co-stars, including Josh Brolin and Corey Feldman.
The Goonies are my in-laws.
Corey and his girlfriend Adrian Skye was there to celebrate the night, as did Goonies fan Tiffany Haddish, who showed up in her $29 boots and told us about her frugal Valentine's Day plans.
Never spend more than $20 on a man, because I don't want him to feel less than, Let him figure that out. I don't even like when men buy me gifts. I'd rather you give me time.
She knows what she wants. I want both, for the record. And next up, Adam Levine's big return to The Voice. But first, July 25th brings a marvel of a movie. The Fantastic Four: First Steps takes us to a 1960s retro-styled world in which these 4 iconic heroes try to save us from a planet-devouring cosmic being. Here's a sneak peek.
-5. Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock. The best pilot in the world right here. Yeah. Best looking, he means. And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock.
Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Trizone. Ozempic. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
And adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for type 1 diabetes or children. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Serious side effects may include inflammation of pancreas, gallbladder problems, or changes in vision. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Taking with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, constipation. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
That's about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
Panera's packed with flavor bagel just got stacked with even more for just $7.99. Meet our new Asiago Bagel Stacks. Choose from the Chicken Roma with grilled chicken and green goddess dressing, the spicy steak or zesty Tuscan. Only $7.99 each and only at Panera for a limited time.
Hey, it's me, your very dry skin. New CeraVe Intensive Moisturizing Lotion with hydrourea and 3 essential ceramides helps restore my natural barrier and relieves my dryness for up to 72 hours. New CeraVe Intensive Moisturizing Lotion. Pandora.
Patients who have sensitive teeth but also want whiter teeth, they have to make a choice, one versus the other. Sensodyne Clinical White provides 2 shades whiter teeth as well as providing 24/7 sensitivity protection. Patients are going to love to see Sensodyne on the shelf.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stings that just will never come out. Going down in the rinse straight. Every now and then I rinse it out.
Fights odor in just one wash.
It's been a long time since Adam has been on The Voice.
Very true.
And he's quite likely very, very rusty.
All right, look who is back as a coach on The Voice, Adam Levine. Adam was one of the original 4 back when the show began in 2011, and now he is here for season 27, which kicked off last Monday on NBC. Kit caught up with Adam and fellow coaches John Legend, Michael Bublé, and new addition Kelsey Ballerini, who are looking forward to taking a spin in those chairs.
Season 27. John, what makes this Fab 4 so unique?
Well, it's very special because we have the great OG of The Voice, Adam Levine, back. Very exciting. And then, of course, we have a brand new coach.
There she is.
Miss Kelsey Ballerini.
Country.
And then Michael's back for his 2nd season in a row, so it's very exciting for us.
Here's what I was thinking. We met back in 2011 when you were starting this show. What do you remember about saying yes to this show called The Voice with the big chair?
Well, it started with a no. My thing was, like, I'm not here to make people feel badly. And, of course, I only had a couple of frame of references for shows like this that did things. And so I didn't want to be that person that was going to do that. I decided to kind of just take the risk, and it was the right moment to do it, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Shortly after this show, you became Adam's sexiest man alive. Into 2019.
Oh my gosh.
Sexiest man alive. So Michael Bublé, true or false?
No
you
pressure.
took this job because of the possibility of becoming people's sexiest man alive.
It only makes sense.
Oh,
right, Kelsey?
I completely blacked out there.
There's things you don't understand about the life of SMA.
Yes.
John and I.
We'll teach you our ways.
We'll teach you.
I'm on to you. Rookie, my friend Kelsey Ballerini, right there. Such a home run for this.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. What is your strategy going into this?
I do think winging it is a big part of it. I asked my friend Kelly when I got the offer to be in the seat, I was like, I'm nervous. You know, they are all legends, and I grew up listening to their music, and I feel like I'm still in the puberty phase of my career, you know?
Legend.
No, but you know what I mean?
It'd be a tragedy if you weren't on my team.
Wow. He ended with emotional blackmail.
Yeah.
The foursome did show they're funny during our quick rapid fire game.
Who would you let babysit your kids on this panel?
Yeah.
Oh, legend, Kelsey.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'd let all of them.
I feel like everybody would be good.
I have 4 kids.
You go into Vegas, 24 hours, you're in and out.
We're gonna go see Maroon 5.
We're going to see Maroon 5.
Oh, you're all going.
We're screaming.
See, we're way ahead of you.
We have T-shirts. We're
We already got the
embarrassing him.
plan. We're going to see the residency.
Fire me up right there.
Yeah, we ride together, we die together here. It's four for all.
They are such a fun bunch, and it's going to be a lot of fun watching them. You can check out The Voice Mondays at 8 p.m. on NBC. Well, Sabrina Carpenter took home 2 Grammys last Sunday and delivered a spectacular, jazzy, and comedic performance of Espresso. Sabrina's been singing since she was young, but it was acting that got Sabrina her big break back in 2013, and we were with her on set.
It'd be a dream come true. It's just
really.
Like, we'll just keep working hard, and no matter what, we'll
Yeah.
stay humble, and yeah.
In 2013, a 14-year-old Sabrina was on set filming the first season of the hit Disney Channel show Girl Meets World when we joined her and her castmate Rowan Blanchard for a set visit.
Just put the remote down nice and easy, and nobody gets hurt.
Playing the character of rebellious Maya was Sabrina's first lead role on the Disney Channel. Even back then, she knew who her Disney role models were.
Selena Gomez,
Selena for both of us,
Demi,
I think.
yeah.
Demi. Yeah, we there's so many people that have done
really.
great things in the Disney and have stayed humble and have stayed and made good choices. So we'll try to follow in their footsteps.
Just a few months later, we caught up with Sabrina again as Girl Meets World was premiering, and she reflected on landing the life-changing role.
The audition process was 6 months long. I've been in the Disney system, I guess, for a while. I did a Disney pilot when I was 12 years old, and that didn't get picked up. And, you know, it's always a kid's dream to be on Disney Channel. When I auditioned for Maya, it just came more naturally, and it all clicked.
Sabrina was always destined for fame. At just 9 years old, she competed in Miley Cyrus's Be a Star contest, placing 3rd overall.
Pop it, lock it, polka dotted, country, five, and hip hop it. Put your hawk in the sky, move side to side, jump to the left, sing it, glide.
That's kind of how I started really singing when I was 9 years old, and now I have a record deal and I'm working on my first album, so yeah.
That kid is going places, I tell ya. Okay, do y'all remember this? That song is such a vibe. Lisa and Cult Jam released that single back in 1985. The song helping a then 19-year-old Lisa Velez become the first Latina artist to hit multiple music Billboard charts, paving the way for artists like the late Tejano singer Selena and Jennifer Lopez. But the road was not easy for Lisa, and now her tumultuous ride to the top is being told in the new Lifetime movie, Can You Feel the Beat? The Lisa story.
Can you feel the beat within my heart?
I think that it's the right time because this is the 40-year anniversary of I Wonder If I'd Take You Home. And what a better time to put it out, right?
And the biopic certainly details the backstory behind the hits that made her a superstar. Lisa's freestyle music became the soundtrack for many who grew up listening from the 80s until now.
I had no idea that it was going to get to where it is today. I still don't think it's where everybody else sees it, but I'll take it and thank you so very much.
The humble OG taking her place in the music history books, landing on multiple Billboard charts, earning a platinum album and multiple gold singles while soaring to popularity that was beyond her imagination. Lisa tells us that her backup singer and best friend, Tony Minaj, helped her navigate fame, which at times got pretty rough.
It was nights I couldn't walk down the street. And Tony used to grab me, come on, you can't walk down. Why? I'm hanging out in my neighborhood. But it got to the point where I was getting my hair yanked out. It was weird to me, but you know what? Whatever. You mind a piece of me? Come and watch my show.
Jernez Corchado stars as Lisa, and in the movie we see her journey from growing up in New York's Hell's Kitchen to becoming a single mom with determination and finally breaking through.
I would sing on the streets, on Broadway and 51st Street. I remember I used to throw my head on the floor with friends of mine from my school, and we would sing for pennies, nickels, quarters, whatever was given to us. I just needed to do it.
We just got your results back, and
It says that you have ductal carcinoma breast cancer.
A pivotal moment of the Lifetime film is Lisa's breast cancer diagnosis at 21 years old, at the height of her career, even undergoing chemotherapy treatments discreetly while continuing to perform.
I kept it to myself because I was afraid it was going to be taken away from me. I saw reactions after with all the medications that I was taking. I was being asked, why are you sleeping so much? And are you pregnant? Because I was swelling. And I just realized they didn't agree with it, you know? They just wanted me to work, so I had to hide it and continue on and fight.
What a journey. Can You Feel the Beat? The Lisa story is streaming now on the Lifetime app. And we will be right back with set secrets from the iconic rom-com When Harry Met Sally.
Do your dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel MyBo. MyBo is the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. For relief, that's MyBo. Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. What does treating dry eye differently feel like? MyBo. For relief that feels MyBo. Ask your eye doctor about prescription MyBo.
Don't you just love Valentine's Day? Don't you just love love?
Oh, I love it.
And because no two types of love are the same, Macy's has Valentine's Day gifts for all of them. Gifts for first love,
puppy love,
true love, everlasting love,
topsy-turvy love,
gifts for butterfly stomach love.
Sat next to them on a cross-country flight. We didn't really talk that much, but there was definitely vibes. Love.
Huh. This Valentine's Day, let Macy's be your guide to gifting.
Pandora.
I'm Dr. Travis Vandenberg. A client of mine had a cat that was not eating, had lost a lot of weight. We recommended Gentle Giant's natural, non-GMO cat and kitten food.
Simba has suffered for years, howling in pain. Doc recommended Gentle Giant's cat food and just almost immediately gained the weight that he lost.
The gastroenteritis, the vomiting, it all cleared up. As far as natural, non-GMO cat food, I don't think you can find a better food than Gentle Giant's.
Jerome's President's Day event just got even better.
Score huge savings with this exclusive offer. Sleep better on our Galaxy Queen pocketed spring mattress for $698 and get the adjustable base free. Or save up to $1,000 on top mattress brands like Heirloom and Tempur-Pedic.
Plus, we give you the freedom to choose your savings.
Choose between 60 months, no interest financing, we'll pay the state sales tax, and now free expedited shipping.
Jerome's President's Day event, going on now.
What's happening? There we go.
Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal recreating their iconic When Harry Met Sally scene for the Hellmann's Super Bowl commercial. The movie came out back in 1989 and is still considered one of the best romantic comedies of all time. And back in 2019, on the film's 30th anniversary, we revisited the movie with Billy, Meg, and the film's director, Rob Reiner.
Yes! 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 Yes!
We were talking about the phenomenon of women faking orgasms, and nobody understood that that's possible, especially Rob. And Meg said, well, I should have one. And I went, yeah, like in a public place, in a restaurant. And we started laughing.
Yes! Yes! Oh!
But at first, Meg was a bit uncomfortable going there.
There's the crew there, there's the cast. I mean, you know, it's a little nerve-wracking. After the first couple, I said, here, Meg, let me show you what I said, because you've got to go full out. And I sat down opposite Billy and I started pounding the table and going, yes, yes.
And it was Rob's real-life mom, Estelle, who delivered this hysterical line.
I'll have what she's having.
Billy came up with that line, and it's the funniest line of any movie I've ever done.
Before I knew it, we were kissing,
To make
and
a long
then
story short,
we did it.
They did it.
But the most difficult scene to shoot was that four-way phone call with Billy, Meg, and the late Bruno Kirby and Carrie Fisher. It was done all at once.
I am particularly proud of that scene because it looks like nothing. It looks like just four people talking, but if you knew what went into it, because all of four of them were on camera the whole time.
How was it?
The during part was good,
I thought it was good.
but then I felt
But
suffocated.
then I guess it wasn't.
Hooked up the phones to each other so we could hear who we were talking to and had to time it perfectly.
So there was no cutaways. If anybody made a mistake or a bobble, there was nothing you could cut to.
He just disappeared.
I feel so bad.
I'm so embarrassed.
I don't blame you. That's horrible.
I think we did it 61 or 62 times, and it was like around 58 that we got a great one. But when they played it back, there were birds. There was a bird loose in the soundstage, so we had to do it over again.
But they nailed it at take 62. All right, let's get to new Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell. Their wedding comedy, You're Cordially Invited, is out on Prime. It's the first time they've worked together, if you can believe that. But they told Access guest correspondent Emily Orozco they've been fans of each other for years.
You both have such iconic roles. I know how happy you're both to come together. Finally!
You better back off.
I'm not gonna back off. I'm twice as big as you.
When you think of each other's roles, which one stands out that you are a big fan of?
Talladega Nights.
Mama, I'm going fast!
Legally Blonde is pretty tough to beat.
Oh, I have a point, I promise.
Reese, we all loved, obviously, the story about the jurors thinking you really were a lawyer for Ellen Pruitt's character.
I can't believe I've never told that story.
Reese recently shared her Legally Blonde case of mistaken identity on the Graham Norton Show.
7 years after Legally Blonde, I got called for jury duty. And so at the very end, they say, okay, well, somebody in this group has to be the foreman. And they all unanimously were like, her. Me! Yeah. And I was like, why did you pick me? And they were like, you went to law school.
The justice system might be a little broken.
Well, I was thinking about it. I was like, I did learn a thing or two from Elle, habeas corpus.
Thank you. Due to habeas corpus, you and Miss Boniface had a common law marriage.
Double jeopardy?
Double jeopardy can't be tried 2 times for
Right.
the same crime.
Legally Blonde was my law school. Okay, Amy Schumer. She made headlines last week after she recreated her iconic train wreck dancing at a Knicks game, and she told us why that might not have been her best idea at the premiere of her new Netflix movie, Kinda Pregnant.
And next time you see me and I have a titanium hip, you'll know why it was a bad idea. I was dying.
Moving forward from that train wreck, Amy now stars in Kinda Pregnant. The comedy follows Amy's character Lainey, who becomes jealous of her best friend's pregnancy and wears a fake baby bump only to accidentally meet the man of her dreams.
Have you ever dated a pregnant woman?
You're the least pregnant person I've ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
And in honor of Kinda Pregnant, we asked Amy what she wishes she knew before she was pregnant with her son Gene back in 2019.
It's a good thing that I didn't know what was coming because I don't think I would have done it. I mean, now having my son, of course, but my pregnancy was such hell. I wish I knew none of the medication was gonna work to help with my nausea. I wish I knew I had hyperemesis gravidarum. And yeah, just to take it easy on myself because it's so hard.
Amy also shared her excitement for one of her besties, Jennifer Lawrence, who's pregnant again.
This is her second, so now she's gonna I was like the mom, the more experienced mom before, but now she gets to be the one like, you don't get it, girl, I have 2. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm so happy for her and Cook.
Brienne Howie plays Lainey's newfound pregnant BFF, Megan, in the film, and she tells us she especially related to her character because this was her first film back after having her daughter.
I have never read a script that met me more where I was at in my life. I read this 3 months postpartum. Everything was resonating with me, and the fact that it was Amy Schumer, it was a no-brainer. I was dying to be a part of it.
And Kinda Pregnant is out now on Netflix. All right, next up, your first look at the new Super Bowl commercial that has mustaches taking flight. But first, the third and final part of the last season of Cobra Kai debuts Thursday on Netflix. And here's a sneak peek of how the series is gonna wrap up.
In the beginning, we were enemies.
Finish him!
And through the years,
you want to finish this?
We've had our battles.
Bring it on.
All of us.
Come on!
This isn't a tournament.
There are no rules.
But that's only made us stronger. I guess it was inevitable. We'd end up on the same side.
And no matter the alliances we've made,
one purpose. Or the friends who have had our backs.
Our enemies are still out there.
You're the reason we start our day at 2 a.m. Because you make Southern California more than just a place. You make it a home. At Today in LA, we work really hard to make sure that your stories are heard, your concerns are addressed, and your families are prepared and protected. You're our inspiration. Let us be your voice. And together, we can make our home better.
Every beat up and mangled car here has a story.
If you've been in an accident like this, with serious injuries and bills piling up, call us at Larry H. Parker.
Check out some of our results.
The law offices of Larry H. Parker will fight for you.
It's your moment. The views, the people. That's a recipe for a loving moment. Right now, it's the only moment. The seafood, the wine, the steak and lobster. Cielo at Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times.
The most important thing is family. AAA shares the same family values. For over 100 years, AAA has been providing legendary service and has helped what it values most, its members. Join our family, and you could save on your auto insurance policy with our competitive pricing. We offer you our support when you need it, whether it's questions about your policy or with our most trusted roadside assistance service. Visit AAA.com/insurance and find out how much you could save.
It's the perfect time to elevate your home at the Living Spaces President's Day event, where you can start fresh and save big. Lounge in style on sofas starting at $350. Enjoy entertaining with dining sets starting at $295. And rest easy with queen beds starting at $195. Plus, pay no interest for 24 months on select purchases with your good credit and get free shipping as soon as next day. Don't miss incredible deals during the President's Day event, only at Living Spaces.
Living Spaces.
The team at Larry H. Parker earned my trust just by staying committed to my situation, reaching out to me, updating me. Every time I needed something, they were there to give it, showed that they actually cared and that loyalty and trust was there from the start.
Closed captioning and other consideration for Access Hollywood provided by
Panera's packed with flavor bagel just got stacked with even more for just $7.99. Meet our new Asiago Bagel Stacks. Choose from the chicken Roma with grilled chicken and green goddess dressing, the spicy steak or zesty Tuscan. Only $7.99 each and only at Panera for a limited time.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen again.
Voltaren for long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
Pandora.
Hey. What are you doing in there?
We're doing a Dunkin' Donuts commercial, right?
Right.
The Grammys gave us a little tease from Ben and Casey Affleck and also Jeremy Strong for Dunkin' Donuts. The full ad airs during the Super Bowl, which brings us to our exclusive look at Adam Brody and Nick Offerman's Pringles spot. You'll find the premise to this commercial right under your nose. That is, if you sport a mustache like Nick. And that's all from Universal Studios Hollywood. Bye, y'all.
We're out of Pringles.
Just blow in the can. Do it.
Somebody somewhere at a party runs out of Pringles. And I was not aware that the Pringles guy on the can apparently has some supernatural control over all mustaches. I thought it would be like a comedy commercial, but it's actually a powerfully dramatic epic.
Joining Nick and Adam in the Super Bowl spot, other mustache legends like Andy Reid, James Harden, and Mr. Potato Head. And to celebrate being one of the facial hair goats, we had Nick play a game of Name That Stash, featuring pop culture's most iconic mustaches.
The top one, I'm going to say John Leguizamo. Lionel Richie? Hello. The next one is Tom Selleck. Nick Cannon? Eddie Murphy. The next one, it looks like a fake mustache on Channing Tatum. One of the Kels brothers. Travis. And then the bottom one, is that me?
Did you know using the Grocery Outlet app gives you the opportunity to win groceries for life? Imagine never paying for groceries again.
Well, what if I can't decide? Avocados or tomatoes?
Why choose? At Grocery Outlet, you can afford both. And not just the basics. With Grocery Outlet, you'll find all your favorite brands included. Including gluten-free pasta and my favorite cookies? Mm-hmm. Everything's included.
So burgers and steaks for life?
You've got to win first.
Still worth it.
Now that's bargain bliss.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
Right now at Mathis Home, buy one Lazy Boy recliner, get the second one free. That's right, buy one recliner, get the matching recliner absolutely free. Recliner pairs start at just $7.99. It's your chance to save on the handcrafted quality and comfort that Lazy Boy is famous for. And get 2 great chairs for one low price. They're all in stock now with easy financing and fast free delivery. Buy one, get one free on Lazy Boy recliners, only at Mathis Home.
Hello, I'm Adrian Hernandez with MyHomeSold.com, and we want to buy your house cash. We'll give you a cash offer for your house today. We buy houses as is. It can be move-in ready or a complete fixer. MyHomeSold.com makes selling your house easier than ever. When you sell to MyHomeSold.com, you'll save money with no commissions, no fees, no banks, no repairs. Just go to MyHomeSold.com for a free, no obligation, as-is cash offer. That's MyHomeSold.com.